So in this video I will show you how you can quickly provision a DynamoDB table in the AWS cloud. So as you can see, I am in the Visual Studio Code and I have already installed the AWS CDK using the npm init -g AWS CDK command. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to initialize a CDK application. For that, type Cdk init and you need to specify the language. So we'll use TypeScript for this demo and hit enter. So this will initialize a CDK application for you to provision your infrastructure. So as you can see, it has successfully initialized our CDK application. So now in order to work with DynamoDB tables, we need to install a dependency. So for that we need to install this particular dependency. So type this npm command to install this AWS DynamoDB construct and hit enter. This will install the construct to your application. So as you can see, it has installed the DynamoDB construct to our application. So now let's provision the DynamoDB table. So for that I'm going to navigate inside the lib folder and open this file, and we need to import the AWS DynamoDB construct into this application. Then I will simply copy and paste few lines and walk you through the code. So what we are doing in here is we are using the DynamoDB construct and creating a table with the name my DynamoDB table, and we are defining two keys. The first one is the partition key and second one is the sort key. So we are naming the partition key as custom ID and we are specifying the data type for this custom ID as string. And for the sort key, we are using order ID as the name and the data type of that is string. Now what you can do is you can type the command cdk ls and hit enter to see whether your CDK code has any issues. So if there are issues, it will show the issues in the terminal, otherwise it will just output the stack name there. Seems like no errors. So then what we can do is we can generate the CloudFormation template. For that, type cdk synth and hit enter. So this will generate the CloudFormation template to deploy the DynamoDB table to the AWS cloud. So as you can see, this is the DynamoDB table related CloudFormation template that it generated for us. So now let's deploy this CloudFormation stack to the AWS CloudFormation. So for that, type the command cdk bootstrap and hit enter. So as you can see, the bootstrapping process has been completed. So what we can do is we can deploy our application to the AWS cloud. So for that, type the command cdk deploy and hit enter. So this will provision the DynamoDB table in the AWS. So the cdk deploy command has successfully deployed the stack to the AWS environment. So let's head over to AWS and take a look at the DynamoDB table created. So I'm in my AWS console, search for DynamoDB and click that. From the sidebar, click tables, and this is the table, my DynamoDB table. So you can click on that, click on items, and click on create items to create some data on the DynamoDB table. So for the customer ID, I will type C1, and for the order ID, I will type O1 and save the record. So you can see the record that we have added to the DynamoDB table. So that's about it. Thank you for watching.